I just thought we were going to die. Or at least...
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think I was going to have a turn.
Yeah, no, same.
That was unbelievable.
It was crazy.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, I was really
teamwork.
Big. I mean,
like, before that happened, I was thinking, like, because obviously we're doing this, you know, for hopefully for people to watch and enjoy it. And I was like, it's going to be a really unsatisfying ending if it's like, and you meet the boss and you die goodbye.
I thought it would be a very brave ending.
Yeah, me too.
It would have been a very, like, this is what might happen.
Like, final stand.
I would have definitely tried to run away.
Yeah, same. But
I was prepared to die.
The plan was at that point for Factoria to turn up and just not save, not Deus Ex Machina, but just distract enough to swallow a potion and have one last bat.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was way too late.
I'm so glad I decided to cast at a third level. I nearly
that
didn't.
was
Definitely.
I mean, that spell is fantastic if it hits, but...
Yeah.
So, I mean, this might be a really good time. Well, it's the only time, but it is very opportune to do like a bit of a wrap up. Like, what worked for you guys? What didn't work for you guys?
Ooh. I don't know. I don't, like... I had a very good time.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
I had a very good time.
One thing, though, that I did notice that I feel could have been done a lot better is last time when you first met Cryovane, I was really hoping that I was going to be able to kind of do this whole like switcheroo thing, like, oh my god, we're the orcs will try and help, and then I found myself speaking and I just tossed it out there. And I was like, I really should have built that up more. I should have prepared more. I should have had like a mini script or something. Because I was really hoping that could have been a what?
Yeah.
And it was like,
yeah, stuff like that. It's
that was
difficult.
me.
Because, well, it also depends on like how we were reacting. Like I felt like we felt bad that part of us like felt bad for losing to the boar, but we didn't feel terrible about the douchebag losing the camp. So I think there wasn't enough guilt for us to be like like that bothered, because we were like he was a
bit of an asshole.
The whole Falcon thing, because like that was literally because he was stuffing orcs, right?
He just had trophies and he was a bit of an asshole.
That definitely put that was Corgan's moment of morality that really turned him away
he did have
from
orcs, didn't he? Like that was really weird.
That he wasn't okay. Yeah, Corgan wasn't okay with that. That was strange for him.
I didn't care. It was the fact that he wanted to smash while drunk, and it made Hazel feel just a bit icky, I think. And she wasn't going to go down that road. She wasn't going to take advantage of anyone. And I think she would have felt that he was supposed to be this moral, strong man, but he just was weak, and she found that quite detestable, actually.
Excellent.
Yeah, but as she went on, she's definitely got a villain arc, I'll be honest.
Sure. I'm terrified.
Yeah, that was quite...
Like, Corgan might just separate from the party at some point and maybe gather some adventurers and come back, actually.
That's another thing I was going to say. Like, the whole... Like, I feel like the whole alignment system, I feel like that's a wee bit restrictive. So, for instance...
Pretty much never.
Legit.
I just go with what the characters
Me too, yeah.
So this is a thing. So it doesn't come up unless the story demands it. There are some
you were saying
points,
about Curse of Strahd.
There are some points in certain campaigns where it's so important to know character alignment. Certain monsters will react differently to character alignment. Certain rooms you can't enter.
Can just be like, oh, that character's been kind of evil, so you can like...
You can kind of, but like there are items
I feel like you shouldn't have to label it.
It depends on the campaign. Because if you're going to hell and you're good, you're going to suffer. If you're bad and you go to hell, you're gonna be alright, actually.
Legit, but like Jordan just said, I think that should come from what you have done action-wise, roleplay-wise, rather than
for sure go
a
into a campaign thinking, I want to be a bit of a bad guy, or good guy, but I don't steer it so much.
I don't even do that. I have a character in my head, and they tell me their story, and it comes out of my mouth. I don't know who they're going to be or what they're going to be, and I just react to what's going on, and then they develop that. It's so organic for me.
I think the alignment thing is it's definitely an old-fashioned thing. It works when you have like if you have if you have what's that really famous paladin sword, for example? There's I can't remember the name of it, but like there's
good boy.
Yeah, there's particular items which are like, if you are like this pure, if you're a paladin and you've kept your faith and your oath and you're this good, you can have this amazing epic item. But again, it depends if your campaign is set for that. It's more of a Tolkien style fantasy where it's like, are you worthy to wield such an object? And worthy could be either way. It could be like, are you wicked enough to wield this power? Like, it can go either way, but
I think that should always be at the DM discretion as to what's been going on, personally.
Yeah.
That's something I was going to say. With Hazel, like with her like growing organically, was the plan when like at level 1 was the plan for her to be so aggressively into the meat and chaos of the battle? Or, no?
Absolutely not.
That's just who she turned into?
It's absolutely who she turned into.
Are you okay?
Well,
anything you need to tell us?
No, for real.
Are we
though,
unsafe?
Like, of course.
Being mean is fun.
Yeah.
Being mean is good fun.
I don't know. I just thought War Cleric Chaos, that's kind of what it means to me. And she just got more and more chaotic and more angry. And I don't know, I guess sort of thinking about it more in my own head, I think she's actually pretty pissed off that the likes of Hester are so weak, who are not doing anything, who are relying on others to fix their problem. And she didn't want to be that anymore. She was like, well, I just want to take it all for myself then, because you're all weak to do it. If you can't do this, you shouldn't have it.
Such a tyrant in the making.
I was going to say,
right is right.
That is literally the first step along, like, or pretty much like every real life. Supervillain that we've seen. It's like, I must do right. Why am I surrounded by idiots? Oh shit, I'm Hitler.
I will say, you kind of nailed war. Yeah. Because anger, chaos, aggression, violence. Yeah. You were a war cleric, so I mean, you epitomise that.
And because of that, like, going back through the edit, I realised there were a few bits where I should have given you inspiration for that. So
inspiration's a funny one to learn to use.
It's good that you got one because you deserve one. But if I was doing my job better, I would have given it a few sessions earlier.
I think you did a really good job.
Because I think you still have that inspiration point.
Yeah,
which may come up because we have now completed the Dragon of Icespire Peak, but there are, as Sam tells me, there are extensions.
There are
3 more modules, aren't there?
Yes, I've not read them. I just have them.
Good. Because my Essentials kit didn't. It was printed at a later edition where they didn't have the QR codes. But I think when they first did the Essentials kit, they wanted to really push D&D Beyond.
I had a code on the back of mine. Yeah.
So there are them, which we can get hold of. So it could very well be that we end up seeing how far down the road of destruction Hazel treads. We'll find out how much braver Jace gets.
I feel like he's going to slip into a subservient role to Hazel.
He's going to be her Igor.
Yeah.
Hopefully right-hand man, not you.
She respects the hell out of you.
And we'll see if it really was true that Corgan was just in it for the gold, or if that's how he presented. Because I got the feeling there was an element of, I need to be seen to be talked into this because I want to be a thief. But I kind of felt a little bit of genuity in him.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's good he's not like stereotype hero, but he was pretty horrified at the idea of like killing innocent for the hell of it. Like he was very much like just being able to make the money and get away and live happy was kind of his goal. But he also had he did grow a little bit attached to the group more than he probably thought he would, which was what that was the main reason why he was following you guys, because he was like, there's been so many times where you've almost died, and if it wasn't for him being there,
absolutely,
these people need me.
And then we get to the actual dragon fight, and you didn't need him. But that was kind of nice. I think he wouldn't have really gone if, despite your actions in some circumstances, he still felt like there was something in this group more than he'd experienced before, and it was maybe worth preserving and keeping it, and that's why he followed. But if you guys have been like, all right, you know what, we've made money, let's get out of here, he was so full. But also, I just as a sort of story enhancement, I think it's sometimes better to play a character if playing Corgan like that gave you guys room to have your characters, it like rather than everyone trying to be brave or everyone trying to be, it just makes it more dynamic, and I find it more fun. And I had so much fun playing Corgan in that way. I didn't know he was
he was a great dwarf.
He was, and
man.
really good.
Kobold Supreme. There will be no other.
I will say, just overall, like that was actually the first time I properly played a rogue, I think, and they are very fun. But I definitely didn't play the optimum rogue, but God, that was a lot of fun. Anyone wants to play rogue?
Yeah,
recommend.
I've not played a wizard.
Do it now.
Very fun.
So here we are.
Yeah,
I do want to say though, I think you did a really good job. And
did.
From Kate's perspective,
Yeah.
that's me. I have definitely seen you grow from session 1 to now, and the last couple of sessions you've just kind of gone with it, and it's felt, not that it ever didn't feel relaxed, but it just felt so much more relaxed and more natural, and I think you've done a really good job.
Thanks, dude. Like the first few sessions, I was so just trying to get everything right, like trying to get the mechanics right, because obviously, broadcasting this.
Yeah.
We don't want to, switch people off by going, oh yeah, you roll a 4+ and you, hail the Omnisci. It's like, no, wrong system. But yeah, like getting all the kind of the mechanics under my belt, so that you can then focus more on the actual storytelling and the stupid voices and the character progression and the advancement. Because again, I noticed that I was going more and more and more towards the role-playing stuff.
Yeah.
Because combat's great.
Role-playing is my favourite part.
But yeah, it's my favourite part too, especially when you're with a group that can just, immediately go into like, how are you, you come here, how are you?
Yeah.
Let's have a coffee, lovely,
Cool
1, 2, 3,
smash a combat out, but not every
Yeah.
day.
But yeah, so like doing the mechanics of that, and just kind of like letting go, and like for instance, like literally just now with Cryovate, I was like, well, that's not how it's written, and I was like, well, you're just gonna have to fucking figure it out, boy.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was like, right, I'm gonna go in like an Exocet and die horribly. Beautiful.
It's so rare that you'll ever have the situation where the adventurers climb to the final battleground pre-made, and the boss is ready, and everything happens, and it's more like big noise happened, dragon reacts, comes down, it's chaos.
It's way more real. And I guess that's why we're doing this rather than reading a novel or playing a video game, etc. Because chaos flies, and I mean, I can only imagine what would happen should we ever have an open bottle at the table. And then I make love to the dragon. Because it's been looking at me, and we're back in Falcon territory. The dragon's like, oh no, darling.
Hey, I mean, if the dice had rolled differently, that combat would have been...
It would have been horrific.
Crazy.
I knew for a fact this was my only shot, my only round, because that dragon would have killed me
It would have killed you,
easily. Yeah, for sure. So I knew it.
I was not expecting you to do that at all. I was like, oh yeah, what? Whoa. Very good.
What is the time out of interest?
8:30.
Oh shit, yeah, we're all right then. So, I'm gonna recover. I think that's that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I'm gonna do a little kind of like wrap up to the camera, I think, and then thank you so much for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure to get everything wrong and make up stupid voices and spend 30 hours on an episode that then got wiped because I had a machine failure. That was really good fun. But no, it has been really, really good fun doing this for the first time, especially doing it all the way through to the end. Thank you for joining us. We would be doing this without anyone watching, but don't focus on that right now. Like and subscribe. We've gone almost like 24 hours without saying like and subscribe, so I'm going to say it to you now, like and subscribe. And what is coming next is actually the homebrew that I'm writing, which I hope will be fun and engaging and not shite and will last for more than 3 sessions. But we shall see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.